Hello everybody, QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I am back today with another episode of American Dad Apocalypse Soon. As we talked about in the last video, which happened to be last night for me, the Great Frosty Challenge has started, and it started only a couple hours after that video went live. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that posted earlier. So, you guys probably didn't even get a chance to watch that video, so let's just jump in now and actually cover the real material that is part of this event. And along with this update was a lot of stuff, so we got a lot of things to cover. Probably in two separate videos. I'm going to try to keep these separate. So let's just go in and cover specifically right now just the stuff for the Great Frosty Challenge, and then I'll be back again with an episode where we get to talk about this news here. We got the Great Frosty, and then we got Heroes. So this is the information I was holding on to for a long time. I was told I could release it early, let you guys know about it, let it sneak out, but as it turns out, I wasn't allowed to do that. So now you guys know what I've been holding on to for such a long time. Again, I'm not going to cover that in this video. We will cover that in the next video. So for this video, let's just go ahead and talk about the visitor that we have right in front of our house here. And it is, as we expected, the Great Frosty Challenge. We got a 3-week-long event. It's actually 20 days. And we have top row here for all of our free-to-play players. Everybody basically gets that top row. And then we got the bottom row here that if you buy the special pass, you get that. So let's just go through. I'm not going to do the rankings because that one's really slow, but we're on rewards. Let's just start here. If we click this little button down here, we get to see all the special rewards that are available. And here we go. We have our candy cane club that we saw before. This is one that can do some stunning and moves the random gunslinger. This one could have some potential, might have some potential good benefit. The real big part is going to be stunning a random gunslinger. So for me, I have multiples, so it's not quite as damaging, but for those that are running one gunslinger, running that mini sauce, that actually could be very devastating to them. And what was that on 4 seconds? Return to its initial position after 4 seconds or on death. Okay. And then we have a chest, and these are the chests where you get the chance to get the big items, which we'll cover those in a little bit. Those are the ones that are very difficult to get unless you grind like crazy, and I am not one that does that. Here we go. We got the ornament glove. Allows you to bind 4 enemies where everybody takes the same damage. Again, this is on Hustle Castle. It's a good one, but not as good as I expected it to be. What do we have here? We have a Morning Mimosa Tournament artifact. These are better than the regular artifact. Tournament artifact, yeah. So it's a good one rather than actually all the artifacts you can get Morning Mimosa are the normal ones, I think, not the event ones. So, but still a very good one. And I think this is the weapon I'm looking forward to the most. We will see. Got to compare it to some of the other ones. So primary target are enemy engineers. Attacking with a chance to do 25 a chance of 25% produces a shot that gains 100% damage bonus from the weapon damage for each living enemy on the battlefield. Yeah, I don't know. That one might be good. We'll see. I might have to test that one out. Here we go. We got a Morning Mimosa Tournament weapon. This is what I was talking about here, where rather than just a regular weapon, it's a Morning Mimosa one, which is more powerful. So those are all the free-to-play ones. And then down below, for those that bought the pass, you get all of these. You get an extra chest. You get an extra, actually 3 chests by the time you get to level 75. And here's our ornament armor. For each attack on the wearer, the attack enemy receives 10% wearer's health. After 85, restores 10. This one I have this in Hustle Castle. I don't use it. I don't think it's all that special. And here we got the Reindeer Engineer set. If an enemy dies, restores, which again is good, but there are better ones that either are out or will be coming out soon. This Champions chest, I have like 3 or 4 of these in my inventory right now. They're fantastic. You get lots of legendary items. I'm not using them, but obviously I need to. So that'll be good to get. And here we go. I think this is the one I'm looking forward to the most. After each attack, the wearer obtains a shield with 200% resistance from damage done. After 3 shield, increases the wearer's damage by 20% until the end of the battle. Stacks up to 3 times. That 20% in 3 seems a little bit different. That is better in Hustle Castle, but we also have level 11, which allows things to be better, so maybe that's why. So the real test is going to be whether this gunslinger outfit, the gingerbread uniform, is going to be better than the hot sauce one that I currently have. So those are all the big items you get by grinding the path, and then down below you get once you get to level 75, every 15 levels, you get a new chest. And obviously you get 1, 2, 3, 4 chests before. And in that chest, you have a chance to get these rewards. As I say, every time this event comes out, don't expect to get these unless you're going to be somebody that grinds to like level 350, 400, whatever. If you do that, you'll probably get all of them. If you don't, you probably won't. The last event, I actually did the best I ever did in a challenge event. I think I got 2 items. Maybe it was 3. I did an American Dad, and I also did in Hustle Castle. So I don't know if they made the drop rates a little bit better, or if I was just incredibly lucky for both. But usually I get 0 or 1 of these items, so I don't fully expect to get them. This Icy Egg, this one's fantastic. This one is very, very good. So I would really like to get this, but I'm sure the drop rate of that one is very low. And this ring we looked at before, this was a really good one. This ring and that gingerbread armor, the armors that I'm using on my current gunslinger type fighter in Hustle Castle. I only use 1 of those right now, so that's a good one, doing extra damage. The amulet, let's read this because I wasn't sure. It takes 25% less damage. The effect lasts 8 seconds, gradually wearing off. When the effect has completely worn off, all gunslingers have their damage done by the next attack enhanced by 200%. So these types of items, I have to compare them to others for the gunslingers, but my gunslinger does a bunch of damage, and if I can get these on there, they will allow him to do even more damage. Right, we have a new pet, 4%, so it's a legendary. Got a new background. That's kind of cool looking. And the armor. And this was the one that was pretty cool too. When the wearer's health is critically low, starts a big freeze, disabling all units on the battlefield except for the wearer for 5 seconds. All units kind of sounds to me like even yours as well, so gotta be careful of that. All stuns and mind control effects from the wearer also increases the wearer's damage by 200%. That's one I probably won't use, but I'm sure plenty of people will. So those are all the big items. I'm just going to very quickly, I don't think there's anything exciting for me to open here. I haven't opened anything yet. Let's go ahead and open this legendary weapon here and see what this is. Level 99, damage, deals greatest amount, and restores an equal amount. Ooh, that's a really good one, actually. Fantastic. One day I might use that one. We'll see. Okay, anything else worth looking at there? All the rest of these I'm not going to open up on camera. I did that before, and it's just very slow going. It's not really worth it. There are some new items here you may not recognize, and I personally don't recognize them either, because it's an update. They also released heroes, and with heroes there's extra added functionality that's going to allow you to fight more. All I can say right now is I will talk about it in the next video, but be careful how you are leveling your hero. If you're one who's concerned about power and want to be smart about it, you need to be very smart about that when it comes with your hero, because you can very easily level yourself up and power yourself up and have a lot of power that's not all that consistent, and it will hurt you. So if you can, hold off to my next video and I will cover that. I'm one who doesn't do the dungeons, the bunkers, the whatever we're calling it here, the labyrinth in this game very often. So my heroes are always very weak, but I specifically concentrate on certain capabilities that make me a lot more capable, considering how much lower my power is. I'm not saying that my way is better, but since I have the least amount of power, I focus on that first, and then I start focusing on other things. So I will talk about that later. And with that, that's, I think, what this guy is right here. I'm not going to click on it because I'm going to end up claiming it. And this up here is a way to make something stronger. Again, we will talk about those, and I will go ahead and do some labyrinths. I don't do a lot of those because they're usually pretty slow here on the emulator. But I am finding a new way to actually play the game on my phone and record those here like I am. And I've been doing that for Shelter War, and it's been working out pretty good. So I'll probably do that. And then I can do, the labyrinths and the bunkers and the labyrinth, bunker, and the dungeons. Sorry, a lot quicker. You don't have those really, really slow screen refreshes, which slows everything down. So anyway, my point here was I was trying to get all the way to the end. So we'll just kind of eyeball things as we're going through. Usually there's a bunch of golden shards that are available. We have offers that are going to come here. You get a chance to buy something, which sometimes are good deals, sometimes they're obscenely expensive things. So know that that's coming. Some of the offers are usually like $100. Here we got 200 golden turds. So again, very good golden turds. We got good items here for our heroes, which we will be checking those out soon. And this is very slow. Oh, a 5-star. I don't need those. Oh, maybe that's why it's slow. Looks like my internet is struggling here. There was just recently a downtime, so I don't know if that's related to this or not. Hopefully it doesn't crash the game, but it might. Oh, there we go. Look, no, we're still struggling. All right, well, remember we're on. Here we go. Here's an offer. This unique offer will be available. So basically you get it, and then you get something showing up here on the right-hand side, which you can click on and get a chance to buy something. So again, they're not always the best deals. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes not so much. All right, I'm a little bit concerned about losing that internet. I don't know what's going on there. I guess, internet to my house. Let me make sure everything's still recording. Shouldn't be related. It's still going. Okay. All right, what is this? Santa's Hot Offering Special Offer. We'll find out when we get there, obviously. Here we go. We got a legendary damage ticker. Very nice. I got a bunch of those now, but you can always use more. Speaking of, I got a bunch of cash. I need to start spending those. Here we go. Here's another one of our hero sets. It's called a Fragment in this game. So once you get on the free-to-play, level 65 is the end for now. And then if you do the bottom here and you get the Krampus Pass, which I got, which we'll go check that out in a moment, you can get to level 75. And then after that is every 5 levels, basically, you get a chest. And that's for free or non-free. And for me personally, I sometimes get to like level 20 if I do well. It's going to depend because I'm obviously going to be grinding this one, trying to do a little bit of my mini account. I'm not going to have much time for that mini account, unfortunately. And also cast off the challenge event, which is, I believe, starting tomorrow. So along with this, we also have daily quests, which refresh every day. A lot of it is spending glitter to level up some of your stickers or disassembling something. So hopefully you're not one of those people that disassemble everything and keep your inventory very clean. I used to be one of those people, or you should try to be one of those people. And I made some mistakes. I got rid of some weapons I shouldn't have, especially when I try to keep my engineer's power very low. And when these type of events come, I don't have anything. So having that extra inventory around is very useful for this challenge event. And then if you buy the Krampus Pass, you can get an extra item. And then for the weeklies, you know, you have 7 days to finish all this. You have the interesting thing is here, to get the special bonus, to get these 300 extra ornaments, you need to complete 4, and if you're free to play, you can only complete 3. So the only way to complete the weekly chest is actually to to buy the pass. But it's the same kind of thing. You're just basically playing all week, getting stuff, and then you get more ornaments. And then you get rankings. I'm not going to look at that because I never have any chance. And then we got the store here. So we got the Krampus Pass, which we'll talk about in a moment. And then at the end, you can buy levels. I personally don't feel this is worth it, even though I have tons of golden turds. I say this every time. My golden turds are like slowly going up because I don't ever spend them. And you know, I'm almost at 40,000. After this event, I'll probably have 40,000. I never spend them because, I mean, personally, if I would spend 4,300, which would be the best deal, I would get 15 levels, which would essentially give me 3 chests. So I'd be paying 4,300 for 3 chests. And as you're going to see when we open those up, most of the time, there's usually a whole lot of nothing. So I personally don't think it's worth it. You know, if the drop rates are better and there's a chance of getting something, then maybe. But for me, it's not really the way to go. Unfortunately, they're not going to let me go. Check out the Krampus Pass. There's 2 different options. Maybe I can go up here. No. There's 2 different options. There's one option that allowed you. Maybe I can look down here. Since I bought it, they're not going to show me the other option, I guess. Let's see. View the Krampus Pass. No, they're not going to let me. So there was, for us here in the US, there was one pass at $9.99, which basically allowed you to have access to that bottom row. That was pretty much all it got you. And then there was another pass you could have spent, which was $24.99. And that got you the bottom row, obviously. It got you start of 15 different levels. So according to this, that's, you know, 4,300 golden turds worth. And you could put a value on that. That's like $5 probably. You have 3 days of... I forget the name of the guy that goes around here and collects everything for you. Where is he? Oh, here we go, the koala. We got 3 days of that. You got 3 days of premium. I think you got not a background, you got some legendary, one of the items we covered in the preview. You got a legendary item and maybe even a legendary armor as well. And maybe one other thing. So, like 1,000 Morning Mimosa bottles or something like that. So I don't know, for $25, and if I'm going to be doing that in all games, that gets really expensive really quickly. So I don't really think that's worth it. Again, for the extra 3 levels and 3 chests, it's not worth it for me. So, you know, that's up to you, whatever one you think. But I think this event really is worth spending and getting that pass, because you get a lot of extra items, and you know, you contribute in the game and helping them continue to develop. All right, so what else? You obviously have seen the progress that I've made. I'm able to get through the shopping mall, 25 or 20. We'll start off 20. I expect them to change this soon, where there's only going to be 15 levels. I guess my internet is down. That's going to be a bummer. They just did release that in in Zero City. Hustle Castle already has it where the shopping mall will get easier and you only have to complete 15 levels, so you can blast it really quickly. Obviously that's not part of, that's not part of this game yet. Unfortunately, it looks like we are not gonna be able to show much more here. Yeah, so that's not here, but still being able to get through 20 out of 20, I think gets you 65 ornaments. Oh, there we go. We'll find out here in a second. 65, so 65 extra ornaments. If you have premium, you get 2 free runs, you get 2, you pay for food, so if you can complete every time, that's 260 extra ornaments, which is almost 3 different levels. If you can do that every day for 20 days, that's 60 levels just by doing the shopping mall. And that's gonna be my goal of making that. And then if you want to pay golden turds for that, that may be a reasonable investment of golden turds. I have done that in the past, but with all the other games and stuff I'm going to have to do, or I'm going to be doing, it's not going to work here. But that's a good investment, at least one of those a day, probably 100 golden turds to get you 2/3 of a level. That seems like a pretty good deal, assuming you can complete 20 out of 20. What else? What are the other easy ways to get golden turds? Not golden turds, the ornaments. There. Let me go to Family Land War. If you win, you get 20. Not bad. It's not tons, but it's not bad. If you're doing the arena or morning mimosas, you get 3 per win, I think. So that'll give you, if you win all 5, you get 15. If you fight people on your map, you're getting 2. So it's just, you're getting out there just playing the normal stuff, and you get the event items. Let's see what those are actually called. I didn't even look. They look like ornaments to me. Are you gonna tell me? Christmas ornaments. Yep, that's what it is. And oh yeah, on the weekend we'll have Bazooka Shark Nest going, so we can get some there as well. And I'm sure doing the labyrinth. So obviously I haven't done that yet, so I will cover that tomorrow. You get them for there. I think you get like 60 or 50 for doing the daily invasions, and that's also part of the weekly. Every single week you're going to have to complete 5 of those to get that bonus as well. So. I think that pretty much wraps it up. So this is, I believe, my favorite type of event. You get to just basically play and you get a lot of free stuff. And then if you decide to pay the $9.99 or even more, you get even more stuff. So it's always fun, and you get stronger, obviously, for it. And if you're one of those ones that grinds like crazy, make sure you don't go so crazy you end up getting sick of the game. That is certainly a danger here for sure. So I'm going to wrap this up, and then maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, I will work on covering the update for let's go real quick right here, where you get to look at your heroes, which are your family members. So you open them up, you look at them, and you get a whole bunch of new stuff. So we'll go ahead and talk about all this, what's what you should look out for. And it makes a big difference for sure, especially if you're more end game. You want to get everything basically, but you can still focus on certain things first to get your power up. There are people that have that maxed out in Hustle Castle, and maybe even Zero City by now, I don't know, but it makes a huge difference for sure, and it's going to make your power go up big time. But you can also get yourself in trouble, especially if you're one who focuses on your historic power. It's going to rise drastically. So there's a strength versus power you need to consider. So those are items to be aware of, and I'll talk about those as we look into that, because I haven't really looked into it too much, other than seeing that it is fairly similar to what we have in Hustle Castle. So let's go ahead and wrap it for there. Well, good luck in this event. Hopefully everybody has fun. You get lots of good stuff. And until next time, this has been QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you later. See ya.